All right, and now we have Jaelyn, who's a quantum queen, as we were just talking about. Jaelyn brings the brightest energy, which you're about to find out. I'm so honored to have her in my world, in the miracle realm. Jaelyn, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's fabulous to be here. And
beautiful.
It's just fabulous all the time.
I know. I love the energy you bring. Tell the world about you, the work that you're doing in the world.
So I am a scientist by trade. I'm a graduate student. I go to Arizona State University. But I am also a spiritual mentor, and I also run an e-commerce business where I sell products to cat lovers and their cats. And so I do a lot of different things. I primarily specialize in helping women to identify their desires and what truly makes them themselves, where their authentic power comes from, and how to just hold that in a way that they can feel comfortable expressing themselves and creating a business or creating a service or creating something that allows them to not only gain financial freedom in the future, but also to just live a happy life and just do the things they love and give their gifts to the world as everyone should be.
Yes, I love that. And tell us, I love it. It's like scientist, and then you're bringing the science with the spirituality and doing the work that you do in the world. You create really fun content. And then Jaelyn's cat. Well, let me tell you, when I first met Jaelyn, she was in Money Miracles in the early part of this year, and everyone got to know her cat. We got to know her cat. The cat would show up in the video, and then someone even, one of the other Miracle Realm participants actually, ended up adopting a cat inspired by Jaelyn and her cat. So I just love the connection of all of that.
Yes, his name is Poseidon, and he is just I love him so much. He's just very near and dear to my heart, and he gets me and I get him, and it's just crazy how alike we are. I just really
yeah.
I love him. He's my inspiration for starting my first business, my feline fairy tale business. So a lot of my journey and how I've been able to connect and just building on my intuition and building on my communication skills and my compassion and everything. A lot of that has come from what I've learned from raising a cat, and just learning from him, learning their tips and their tricks, because cats are so knowledgeable. They really do teach us so much about respect and just about loyalty and honor and being there for each other, because I know that my cat truly loves me and I feel it every day, and that's taught me a lot about unconditional love too.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like all the pet people are going to be like, yes, 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 yes. I get that. All the pet people in the house, they get it. But I love that. So let's talk about this. You came into my world, at least where I knew you, in Money Miracles. And then in that Money Miracles, we had such a great time. It was one of my favorite live things that I did. We did it, and I was like, I don't want to let this group go. I want us to keep going. So then I created the Miracle Realm. I was like, let's create a 1 year. Everything's included. We're going to keep going. So you joined right away. And then the next thing was Miracle Worker Method. And then you were like, next thing you know, you're like, I'm teaching meditation. I'm doing the thing. So tell us what your experience has been like from Money Miracles, just whatever you feel called to share. Tell it, let us know.
Wow. So yes, Money Miracles was, I had started my journey, and I had just come across the realization that I needed a community and I needed a mentor and I needed just help going along with my journey and money karma and dealing with money. And that was it just felt like the most aligned place for me to start. And then when Money Miracles came, it also gave me so much also on top of that, around my mindset and just how I feel about myself and feminine and masculine energy. And it even helped me with healing my relationship with my parents and all kinds of things. And I was just wow, I need to keep doing work like this. It's I can keep going through Money Miracles, or I can see what else is next. And then you came up with Miracle Realm, and I was like, this is what happens when you, and so it's just yes, right, exactly. Yeah. So my lamp got excited.
Yes.
So my grandma she's very supportive of me, just of my journey and just of me in general. She's just been like, she's come out to Arizona multiple times. She lives in the Midwest and she's just like helped me with like moving and with school and with finding a place and like just as far as my religious like and spirituality and like my questions with those things. And so when I told her that I wanted to do this because I didn't have the capital or the capacity to do it on my own, she was just like, yes, like, and just keep pay me back as you can. And like, she was like, this is going to be a beautiful like experience for you. And I know that it is, it's going to teach you a lot of things. And like, as far as money and being responsible and like pay me back, that's going to teach you a lot of things too. And I was like, yes, like, and so when she like gave me that validation, just someone so important and special in my life, I just knew. And then when Miracle Worker Method started, I was just like, I've never like, I was like, do I even have like, do I have the guts to like teach people to do things? And then like everyone in my life was just like, why are you not like speaking on your stories and like saying things and just like being out there? And they were like, you can help so many people, just do it. And I'm like, all my friends and my family were telling me that, and I was like, now I'm taking Miracle Worker Method, and so I have the tools to do things, and it just all started to feel so right. So when I started Money Miracles in March, and since then it's just been, or February I think, it's just been continuing to align and just like, yes, like lining up and just like I've been capitalizing on the more things that I realize that I can do, and I realize that like I don't have to have so many like I don't have to have a degree or credentials to be able to express this in my own way, because it has a lot to do with my story and my energy. And I've been through a lot, and a lot of people have been through a lot, and we can all relate and connect in that way. And coming from like a school background where I was like, I have to get my degree, and like I have to keep getting more degrees, and I have to keep like, you know, going to school and being like proving myself, I just like decided that I was worthy, and like, and but I can keep going to school, and I can keep, you know, building and like learning in different ways and in different facets of my life. And I just like, I've never been like had not so much pressure on myself. I've always been one to have so much pressure on myself, because as a kid I just like always felt like I wasn't good enough. And just like as the months have been unraveling and things have been going on, that's like one of the main things, at least right now, because you know it's like a revolving door with like the lessons and how like potent things feel at different times and different, you know, different cycles. But right now I'm definitely feeling like I'm worthy, and I like it's like true and like feels real to me, and like the trust and the faith is actually there in myself and in the universe.
That's so big. That's so big. I love this. I didn't know your grandmother supported you with this, but I feel like this just goes to show when we're meant to do a thing and we're really willing, the way shows up. The way shows up. And I remember you manifesting first class tickets, and you were like, I feel like I've loved your journey because it just happens fast with you. So someone listening here, because I know I have a lot of people that are entrepreneurs or wantrepreneurs. They're like, well, could I? Should I? Maybe I should. If you hear what Jaelyn's saying, she did Money Miracles in February. She did Miracle Worker Method in March. And then she's listening like, I should maybe just share my story. I should maybe just get out there and help people, just because it's my energy. It's my light. I own it. I don't need a credential. You just were celebrating your first client, then second client. You've been creating really cool content. Like, you were doing the damn thing. So I just want to celebrate you and acknowledge you on here, because I know you're just getting started, like just getting started, but it's happening. Speak on that. What was it like getting your first and second client?
Oh my gosh, it felt like it was unreal. I was just having a regular day, and I was just doing the regular things that I do, like on social media, like posting and talking to people, and like, and then someone commented on one of my posts, and they were just like, how do I get a one-on-one session with you? And I was like, what? Like a what? Like a with me? Like a one-on-one? Like you mean like, I was like, just I'll inbox you. And she was like, yeah, I want to do mentorship. Like, I really love the way that you express things, and like I need help with like accountability, and like she started naming things that I specifically teach, and that I like things I specifically have to give. And I was just like, yes, like that's all in this package if you're open and interested. And she was like, yes. And it was just someone that I hadn't, you know, like hadn't met prior. And so it just like further validated for me, like, not only am I like out here and visible to who, like, people can come in at any time. So the visibility is there. Like, if as long as I'm holding the face, so that's there, and I'm doing the work, and that's there, and it's all, like, I just have to keep going and keep doing things. I don't have to try so hard, because I also thought that it was going to come from, like, someone that I had been giving free things for a really long time, and then they would finally, like, that was my process, was like, I'm gonna have to, like, do a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm ready, and I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff, and then I'm finally gonna get a client. But then she just came and she was like, I see your stuff and I want to work with you. And I was just like,
It just happened easy. Like, I think that's the thing is you've been energetically so open though. And I feel like there's such an openness when I hear you talk. It's like you get the idea, but I want to point this out for anyone listening, because so many people think it's the strategy, it's this, it's that. You have this belief and you recognize I don't have to prove myself. Like you said, in school is so much about proving you're worthy, you're smart enough, you know enough. It's comparison. But on this path that you're on, it's like one of one. Jaelyn, here's my magic. I'm worthy. I'm
mm-hmm,
willing to believe it. And owning that, people are seemingly coming out of nowhere like, I want some of that. I wanna come a little bit closer. So that's really special that that's just happening
yes.
like that. Because that's how it gets to happen for us, you know? So tell us about your experience in the Miracle Realm. You've been in there, you're like a founding member, which is really exciting. You're one of the
Yes, an
founding.
OG.
Yeah, you're the OG. I mean, it's less than a year old, but like you were the founding people that joined in. And what has it been like? 'Cause I mean, I put out some things I said I was going to put out, and then I put all sorts of things out that I never even knew existed. They just been downloads. So what has the process been like with all of the programs, the master classes, and so on?
So the Miracle Realm has just been, I don't even, it's more than I could really ask for, because not only is it like, I can continue to go through the things, but whenever you come out with something and you create something, it seems like it's like at the right time. Like, I always need to hear, or it's something that I like have been having in the back of my mind, and like I didn't even know that I needed to know that, or I hadn't even like processed that, and like now all of a sudden I'm quantum leaping, having an expansion that I didn't even know was going to happen until right now, because you just came out with it right now. So it's like, it's having the experience in real time, and then also like seeing you all the time, and like watching you like do your big things, and like watching you on your stories and stuff, and seeing just the magic and being in it all the time, I think, is the main thing. And just like being a part of the magic. Like, even if I need to take like a day off of social media or something, or I like have some time where I'm just like relaxing, or whatever, and I'm not like participating in the live videos, they're always available, and I can always go through them, and I can always just find more gems, like more things that I didn't realize the first time I watched it. And it's just, it makes me feel special, because like it took a lot to actually decide to do this, right? Like, it was like I had to trust myself, and I had to, like, my grandma did this for me. So it was like also having that responsibility and that pressure, and like wanting to make her proud, and proving like I can do this, and I can start standing on my own, and like, just like making the magic happen. And it's been able to actually unfold. Like, the things that I've been needing, or things that I've been able to learn from you, have been coming exactly exactly when I need them. And it's just like, I felt like I don't have to worry anymore. Like, I don't have to worry about if I'm not stressed or worried. Like, I'm just like, I am here to learn all the things, and it's all magical, and everything I learn is just so, it's become different, because before I was always learning from like a logical point of view, also just being a scientist, and like everything is like numbers and like checking boxes, and like now it's like, it took me a while, but now it's so much more open. Like, it's opened my mind, being in it for I think five months now, if I'm counting correctly. It's just, I'm like definitely a different person. I'm like, I don't even, and I just I didn't like, I did anticipate it, but I'm just proud of myself for actually deciding to. I'm like, this is the feeling that I wanted to feel when I first signed up. Like, this is what I was looking for, literally.
I love that. In I feel like we all have evolved. Like that's the thing with mentorship is as I create, we evolve together. And I love that it sounds like when I talk to you ladies that are in the realm, you're like, I wanted to learn that, or that was in my mind. And then I had the download all of a sudden. And it's just like we're co-creating this together, which is really amazing. But there's been a theme with all the interviews I've done, 3 interviews. No worries. Like, we're not available. We know too much about divine support at this stage that we're just like, we're going to trust more. We're not going to give our energy to worry. We're going to think about better thoughts. We're going to feel better feelings. We're going to create.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's the goal of this to me. That's the intention for this. So when I think of Miracle Realm, it's like, yeah, we're tuning into that realm. So Jaelyn, you put beautiful words to it. And I am just appreciate you. I appreciate your light when you're live in the programs. I appreciate the things you bring to it, all the magic you're doing in the world. I know you like people listening to this maybe 2 years from now, when they find this Miracle Realm interview, I bet if you check on Jaelyn, you're going to see she's like really doing some things. And I'm excited.
I want to be like Jaelyn 3.0, like 4.0,
yeah,
like 5.0, like
so sparkly. It's like, who knows? Like, we don't know yet. And that's the exciting thing. But I'm just going to say that, mark my words, like, I feel that.
Yes. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank you, Nicole. It's just been, I'm glad that you enjoy my words, because sometimes I'm like, sometimes there are no words. Like, they're just, like, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm just talking and I'm like, I'm just going to say things and hope that they, like someone feels it, because
I'm going to give my best.
I'm doing my best. And so that is, yes, like, that's all that I can do. And I'm doing it. Here I am.
All right. So everyone, just thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Jaelyn. Thank you all for listening. And we hope to see you in the Miracle Realm someday.
Yes. Thanks for having me.